Hello and welcome to Tales from the Nerd. I'm your host, a random nerd / Kevin, and this is the weekly podcast where I talk about the books coming out November. Well, I talk about the books coming out every week, and also this week I'm talking about the books coming out November 20th, not 10th. I will apologize for the late upload. On my regular job, because this is not my job, I just do this part time because I like talking. Basically, I was called. I did overtime. I did overtime the whole week. So today is really Saturday was really my off day, and today's Sunday. So I edited the podcast. I had to do some stuff on the weekend, but I needed to edit the podcast. I finished editing the podcast today on Sunday because I'm filming it Sunday, so it's already been uploaded. I already announced it too. But yes, we're gonna move on to the books. It's a heavy week. It's a heavy week. Jesus Christ, it's heavy. God. Okay, but we're gonna move on. Before we move on to the books of this week, I do want to talk about something. I forgot to add a book, which tends to happen once in a while. But yeah, right over here we're gonna talk about Catwoman number 17, written by Jolie Jones and art by Jolie Jones. So the price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Selena Kyle reconnects with her criminal roots, but to be Gotham City's top thief again, she has to take out the boss. Using the gift given to her by Lex Luthor, she finally has the key to everything Raina Creel wants, and Catwoman is going to be is going to get it first, which all sounds dandy in theory, but Creel has come too far and put too much into with too much humiliation from Catwoman to let her win again. It's a year of the villain showdown, but who here is the baddest baddie? Now, that's the end of the description. I forgot to add that in last week's books, and while I was editing it, I found out I couldn't reshoot it because I was already in the podcast. So that's the only book I missed from this week, but we are going to move on to the official books for this week. The books are like 26 books I'm picking up this week. It's a heavy week. It's gonna suck for my wallet. My wallet's like, yeah, you're doing good. You're doing good this week. It's like, no, not this week. But yes, we're gonna go to the first book, which is 2099 Alpha number 1, written by Nick Spencer and art by Victor Bogdanovic. And the price is $4.99, and this is the description of the book. 80 years ago, the Marvel Universe was born. 80 years from now, will it die? The future is in peril. Events of Amazing Spider-Man has been leading to this for months. Something is happening in 2099 that spans Nueva York and beyond, and will shake up the official Marvel future forever. This is not a drill. Now, this is a one-shot because, yes, Spider-Man since issue 25 has been hinting at this storyline of 2099. We got the hint of Miguel O'Hara, but then it was kind of pushed down to the side to do some tie-ins for Carnage, also Peter Parker's life, and now we're going to the 2099 storyline. Now, I know a lot of people like the 2099 storyline. I never got to enjoy it because I wasn't born in that era, and I really just got back into comics. I loved comics, but I just barely got back to it. I'm like, I'll just jump into it. It's another event. I'm gonna jump in because I'm an idiot. I like to spend my money in events, but this is interesting because it's 2099. It's going to have a bunch of 2099 characters. It's also written by Nick Spencer, so what can go wrong? You can pick this up this Wednesday. Now we're going to move on to Absolute Carnage number 5. The finale, the 5-issue mini event of Carnage and Venom. Okay, but yeah, Absolute Carnage number 5, written by Donny Cates, art by Ryan Stegman. The price is $4.99, and this is the description of the book. Venom and Carnage to the death. That's it. So if you haven't been following this story, basically, Carnage is trying to summon Null to Earth to take over. Basically, Null is the character that was introduced in Venom issue 2 or 3 back last year. So it's been a while since we've heard anything about Null. Well, actually, he's appeared here and there. He was mentioned in War of the Realms. He was mentioned in Now Silver Surfer Black, which is also written by Donny Cates. But yes, this is the finale. This is what everything has been building up since August of Absolute Carnage number 1. Is this a good pickup? Is this a good jumping on point? No, because it's the finale. But if you have been reading it, I think you'll enjoy the finale. So far, I like the crazy ride we have written. But we're going to move on to the next book, which is Absolute Carnage, Captain Marvel #1, written by Emily Ryan Lerner, and art by Andrea Boccardo. The price is $4.99, and this is a description of the book. Chewie's been carnagized, and Carol ain't happy about it. It's Earth's mightiest hero against a symbiotic space cat. What more could you need? Okay, so back when they were, I think they hinted this at a Captain Marvel book, no, in the Captain Marvel book a couple months ago, a couple issues ago. The Carol's cat was, Chewie was venomized and, well, carnagized. Not, is it venomized or carnagized? Whatever. And nothing came up upon it until now, because they were slowly building up to the Absolute Carnage event. So, is this a good jumping on point? Yes, if you like Captain Marvel, and if you like Absolute Carnage, yeah, I suggest it. But if you're not a fan of Captain Marvel, I know not a lot of people are a fan of Captain Marvel. I know, because I like the character. The movie was okay, but besides that, if you really want to read this, if you like Captain Marvel, I think this would be a nice jumping on point. But if not, you don't have to pick it up. It's only an event tie-in. You really don't have to pick up tie-ins. But we're going to move on to Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man #34, written by Nick Spencer and art by Pat Gleason. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Spider-Man 2099's present is our crumbling future, but what chance do we have relying on only Peter Parker, Miguel O'Hara, and Victor Von Doom? That's right, Doctor Doom guest stars in the Mighty Marvel Manor. But what villain is he heinous? What villain is so heinous that Doom and Spidey are on the same side? Now, I think this is part 3 of a storyline, if I believe. Let me confirm that. Yeah, it's part 3 of a storyline, so you could catch up right now. I think is it only a couple issues? Oh, okay. It's I think it's a 5-parter. Yeah, I think it's only a 5-parter, so it's right in the middle. So if you really want to pick this up, it's interesting. We're dealing with the 2099 stuff now, so this whole month that's coming up is just going to be filled with 2099 stuff. There's a bunch of tie-in stuff as well. But yeah, pick it up if you're interested. If not, you don't need to pick it up. You could pick it up when this storyline ends. We're going to move on to the next book, which is Annihilation Scourge Alpha #1, written by Matthew Rosenberg and art by Juanan Ramirez. The price is $4.99, and this is the description of the book. The opening salvo for December's main event. Something is stirring in the negative zone. Something that the Marvel Universe isn't ready for. Will Nova be able to assemble a team powerful enough to tackle the burgeoning threat, or is it already too late to stop it? To stop its descent upon the galaxy? For the cosmos' greatest heroes, annihilation is only the beginning. Now, Annihilation Scourge is leading up to December's event for Annihilation. So if you Annihilus is back, basically. We're getting an Annihilus event, so I'm interested. Annihilus is a pretty good villain, so I really wanna. He hasn't been mentioned for a while, so I'm happy for this. Do I like that it's an event? No. Am I gonna pick up all times? Most likely, but I can't wait for the fun we're gonna read. Next book, Aquaman #54, written by Kelly Sue DeConnick, art by Robson Rocha and Daniel Henriquez. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Black Manta and Meg Manta invade Amnesty Bay with one target in mind: Aqualad. Can Aquaman save his protege from his deadly lineage, or will the combining might of the Mantas finally be Arthur Curry's undoing? Now, I don't know if this is. I'm guessing this is a new storyline. because the what was it? The annual kind of took off from that one, so this is jumping off from that one from the annual. Also, with these new labels that you're not new labels, the new covers, I've noticed that yeah, they're new storylines, so they're new jumping on points. I kind of guessed, but I wasn't sure. Now I know. So if you want to jump on, well, like Aquaman, this is your jumping on point. But if you want to know like what's Aquaman been doing, like how did Black Manta get the Black Manta mech, you have to read like uh issue 44 and above to know what's going on. But if you want to know how Aquaman lost his memories, you gotta read uh the Aquaman event, that crossover with Justice League. But other than that, Aquaman, I like it so far. Okay, next book, which is Avengers number 26, written by Jason Aaron and art by Del Cohen. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. A prehistoric savage with the powers of the stars. Legendary artist Dale Cohen from The Incredible Hulk is here to unleash the secret, a savage origin of the biggest, nastiest, most cosmically powered caveman who ever lived. The original Star Brand, one of the mighty Avengers of 1 billion BC. 1 million BC, my bad. So I do like these one shots of the 1 million Avengers. I thought they were gonna have a mini series by now, which I would have preferred a mini series right now. Right now would be perfect for that, because we got the Ghost Rider one, we had the Iron Fist one, now we have the Starbrand one. So there's only two more: the Phoenix and then young King Odin or young Odin. So those two, and then we're done with the 1 million BC, like how their origins happened. Odin is easy explained. The Phoenix is also easily explained if you know the Phoenix. But do I recommend it? Yeah. If you really want to read this, I do recommend it, because these are like fun little one shots. So yeah, I do recommend this. Okay, now next up, Batman number 83, written by Tom King and art by Michael Janin. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. It's chapter 9 of City of Bane, and it's come for a reckoning in Gotham City. Thomas Wayne has joined forces with Bane, and that alliance threatens to throw a monkey wrench into Batman's plans. And as Bane's evil army begins to crumble, the Cape Crusader must must face the real force behind it all. As the end of this epic tale grows near, Batman and his allies have a choice: let Bane stay in power and guarantee the city's survival, or risk everything to break free. Now, after man, okay, City of Bane is okay. There's about 3 issues of filler. It's okay. If Tom King has been building up to this, which I know he has since issue 50, but you gotta give me something else, man. You gotta give me something else, Tom. Tom, I like your work. I've read your Mr. Miracle run. It's phenomenal. I've read your Vision run. Cool. But what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Is this a good jump down point? I'm sorry, no. There's way too many complications going on in this storyline at the moment. So after issue 85, a new writer is taking over in issue 86. So James Tynion IV is taking over. So I'm really excited for that, because James Tynion IV, he's writing Justice League Dark. I like that he wrote Detective Comics, probably my favorite run, Detective Comics. So compared to Peter J. Tomasi's, but yeah, I'm excited for that. But Tom King, I really want to see how your story concludes. Maybe everything will be wrapped up in issue 85. We'll see. Next up, which is Batman's next book, which is Batman / Superman number 4, written by Joshua Williamson and art by David Marquez. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Even from prison, the Batman who laughs is staying 2 steps ahead of the Caped Crusader and the Man of Steel. His plans to infect heroes and turn them into dark multiverse versions of themselves is starting to build steam, with Shazam and others already succumbing to his evil toxin. Batman and Superman are racing racing clock to prevent the other three members of the Secret Six from being poisoned, but they realize that they are too late when those three come looking for them instead. One of whom is a lot closer to Superman than expected, and itching for a fight. Okay, yes. So everything that the Batman Who Laughs has been doing since he got here, from Dark Knight's Metal, the Batman Who Laughs miniseries, to this, he's building an army to fight Lex Luthor, to fight his Doom War. That's how I'm seeing it, because they're doing like they're doing like an event now for like Batman Who Laughs versus Lex Luthor. Even the Batman Who Laughs has said Lex Luthor is my enemy. So I'm really excited where this story is leading, because it's gonna have huge ramifications for characters, probably for a while now. We already know for the Infected, the Scarab after last issue. Spoilers. The Scarab, the Jim Gordon, King Shazam, and Supergirl, and also Donna Troy. No, five. That's five. Yeah, Donna Troy. I know it was Donna Troy. I just don't know who the final six is, but it is saying it's someone close to Superman. So I wonder who it is. Is it Jimmy Olsen? I bet it's Jimmy Olsen. Probably not, but yeah. We're gonna move on to the next book, which is I don't want to do that. Sorry. Which is Batman White Knight presents Von Freeze #1, written by Sean Murphy and art by Sean Murphy and Klaus Janson. The price is $5.99, and this is the description of the book. The role of Batman White Knight expands with this standalone tale. On the night of Bruce Wayne's traumatic birth, Victor Freeze must intervene to save the lives of Martha Wayne and the future Batman. As the evening unfolds, Victor distracts Thomas with the incredible tale of his own father figures, one a Nazi, the other a Jew, and their complex connection to Wayne Laboratories. As the Third Reich roars into power, the deep friendship and working relationship between Baron von Freeze and his research partner Jacob Smithson is in crisis. Ordered by Himmler to speed development on their crowd technology in service of the world domination, Smithstein is forced to go into hiding and compromise his moral code in order to save his wife and infant daughter, Nora, from persecution and certain death. When the SS ramps up surveillance over the project, young Victor begins to question his father's true alliance. Both families are driven into an impossible choice, and he senses standoff, and Victor makes a pact with Smithstein that will ripple through generations. Now, this is a Black Label book. So it's set in the Batman White Knight universe, or Curse of the White Knight, or whatever. It's a prequel to the first Batman book. So the first Batman White Knight. I know we got kind of near. We heard of this, so I'm reading it. I'm reading it because I like the White Knight universe, because it's awesome. Because Batman is freaking awesome. I do recommend this if you're reading Batman White Knight. If you read Batman White Knight and if you're reading Batman Curse of the White Knight, this will be a good companion piece to what you're reading up next. And also, we might get hints of what's going to happen in issue 5, maybe. I don't know, but I'm really excited for this because they did such a good job with Freeze. They redid his origin, so yes, give me Sean Murphy. Give me more Batman. Okay, next book. Captain America #16, written by Ta-Nehisi Coates, and also an art by Jason Masters. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. The Legend of Steve continues. The killing of a cop sets off a powder keg in the New York streets, and one that Steve Rogers and Missy Knight must fight to contain. But an old foe with a new face is at the heart of the situation. How will justice be served? Now, I literally forgot what part of the story is. So there's 2, 3, 4. So this is part 4 of the storyline. So I'm guessing it's a 6-issue story. Oh, it's probably longer. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, it's longer. So, is this a good jumping on point? No. because the story looks like it's gonna be 8 issues. It looks like it, but I could be wrong. I looked ahead 2 issues forward, and it looks like it's still continuing on. But if you like Captain America, I guess you could go back to issue 12 to pick up to know what you need to pick up. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, no, 13, 14, 15, 16 to know what's going on. But if you don't, you could wait till the storyline is over. Basically, what's going on with Cap is he gave it the mantle of Captain America. He's only going now by Steve Rogers. He's no longer Captain America at the moment. It's interesting. I do like it, so it's pretty cool. Next book, Captain Marvel number 12, written by Kelly Thompson, art by Lee Garbett. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Captain Marvel versus the Avengers, the last Avenger. Captain Marvel has fought off alien hordes, rescued X-Men, punched Thanos in the face, literally saved the world. She now faces her greatest challenge: kill the Avengers. Has one of the most powerful heroes gone dark, but why? And what does this mean for Carol, for the world? Life on Earth will never be the same. Kelly Thompson teams up with Eisner nominated artist Lee Garbett for a brand new arc and a bold new direction. Yes! So basically, what everyone said, Captain Marvel's a bad guy. Well, they literally made her a bad guy for this story. Her costume is awesome. So she's going by like the Dark Avenger, the last Avenger Part 1. Yeah, her costume's freaking awesome. I'm really excited for the story arc because it's going to change the status quo for Carol for a while now. So this will change up what Carol is. Or is she being controlled? Is she mind manipulated? Or is this something she has to do to save more people? I'm excited for this because, oh my god, I think this might be the thing that might change the book from like maybe pick up to like it's gonna be it's a must read, hopefully. But yeah, we're gonna move on to, but is it a good jump on point? Yes, because it's a brand new storyline, so pick it up. We're gonna move on to the next book, which is Deadpool number 1, written by Kelly Thompson, art by Chris Blanco. The price is $4.99, and this is a description of the book. Deadpool is the mark for money, and his latest target is a king of the monsters. When the monsters set up their kingdom on the magical land of Staten Island, Deadpool's mission is to return control back to the people. Will Deadpool use his smooth charisma or deft diplomacy, or will Wade just skip right to regicide? Now, this is a new Deadpool run by Kelly Sue DeConnick. So, after the last run, how it ended, Deadpool had a chance to, what happened last run is, it was a nice run. Too bad they had to finish it really quickly, because I do believe the previous writer had an idea for it, but, you know, because House of X and Power X were coming, they're like, yeah, no. House of X, Jonathan Hickman. But yeah, I'm picking this. Basically, what happened is after the previous run, after issue 300, before it went to new number 1, now we're in new number 1. Wade made a deal. He figured out his memories of his daughter to keep. No, he didn't make a deal. He pumped himself with a lot of drugs, figured out his memory, and he went back to his old Deadpool persona, like the old Deadpool persona, like before the sad clown persona. He went to like, oh, I'm jokes and memes, and then he, at the end of the last run, he remembers his daughter, but then he made a deal with Mephisto. Like, I can't remember her because I'll be putting her in danger. So it'll be good to see how Kelly Sue DeConnick writes Deadpool. So I'm really excited. And it's also Deadpool. I like Deadpool. I miss Deadpool. But we're going to move on to the next book, which is Fantastic Four 2099 number 1, written by Carlo Pacheco, art by Stephen Cummings. The price is $4.99, and this is the description of the book. The future belongs to Doom. Heroes may be no more, but the legacy of Earth's greatest family lives on against impossible odds. But as this new quartering of champions takes on the mantle, what does it mean to be called Fantastic Four in a future ruled by Doom? Basically, this is a one-shot to the 2099 event, or I think all these time. I don't think. I mean, it is an event, but it isn't. It's an event, but not really, because I think it'll end in Spider-Man. I think they're doing what DC did, where they had the whole storyline. They had like 2 issues, one for Aquaman, one for Justice League to end, and then they had the tie-ins. I think that's how they're doing it. I think they're doing the Alpha and then the Omega issues, and the Alpha will like be like how the event starts, and the Omega will just conclude it. But yeah, I'm really excited. I really want to read 2099 stuff, so we'll see. There's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 more books. I think I'm in the middle. I'm about in the middle. Okay. Next book, which is Flash Forward number 3, written by Scott Lobdell, art by Norm Rabmond and Brett Booth. The price is $3.99, and this $3.99, and this is the description of the book. The rift between the multiverse and dark multiverse is growing wider. An evil dark energy is throwing all the planets in its path. It's up to Wally West to journey to these worlds and purge them of this darkness. But the greater darkness is that from within. The destruction has now found its way to Earth 43, where Roy Harper is the world's premier vampire hunter, and Wally is the only hope of surviving. So, okay, it's interesting how this is going, because they're trying to redeem Wally after the events of Heroes in Crisis. If you didn't read Heroes in Crisis, let me boil it down for me. Wally had a break. He couldn't handle what has happened in his life, because when he came back from Rebirth, everything didn't come with him officially. Not everyone remembered him. His wife didn't remember him. He didn't have his kids with him as well, because if you know, Wally West had 2 kids. And it's weird because he went to, basically that happened. He had a flash war, and he's like, no, I need to, find a way to deal with this. So he went to Sanctuary. And in Sanctuary, he couldn't handle it anymore. He had a breakdown. He killed a lot of heroes in the process by accident, but then went back in time, and they created this whole mystery of who could have killed him, who could have killed all these heroes. Because if you read the story, Wally West also died. But then we learned that Wally West did some time travel, but time travel was not existent at the time, because how the Flash had it, you couldn't do time travel anymore. But at the same time, Tom King wrote it, so yeah. Basically, after that, they realized it was Wally the whole time. He turned himself in. He's in jail. Now we got Flash Forward. And Flash Forward 1, he's met by God, I can't remember his name. He has a weird name, but yeah. Is this a good jumping point? It's in the middle of the storyline, so it's a 6-issue miniseries. So you kind of have to like decide if you want to read this. So this is like your middle. So if you want to read this, you have to jump on now to know what's going on for the next 6 issues, or you can wait for the full trade when it's done. It's interesting, but I gotta see how this plans out. So we'll see. But we're gonna move on to the next book. Immortal Hulk number 27, written by L. Ewing and art by Joe Bennett. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Some monsters are born from Gamma. Other monsters worship a different kind of green. In his war on the human world, the Immortal Hulk is taking the fight to its lords and masters, the Roxxon Corporation. But when you mess with the Minotaur, you get the horns. So, this is part 2 of a new storyline of the Immortal Hulk after the cosmically mind-bending weird issue of 25, and then on to the next issue of 26, which is a new storyline. The Hulk has declared war, basically. He announced at the Shadow Base, he said, yeah, he straight up said that, yeah, Shadow Base was based to, cut me up and dissect me. Yeah, they were giving a lot of money, and now everyone's like, what? This is where our money's going? to hunt down the Hulk? Not to help us? Yeah. Basically, you need to read the Immortal Hulk. It's the book I always recommend because it's so good. Trust me, if you want to read a good Hulk book, this is it. Trust me, I love the Immortal Hulk. There's something about this Hulk that's brought back the Hulk fan in a lot of people. And now people this is probably one of the top 5 runs for Hulk and that's saying something. Because a lot of people have written Hulk. So yes, I do recommend it. It's part 2, so you really want to read this because it's doing a lot of interesting things. So I will give that. It also changes the mythos of Hulk just a tiny bit, but if you're a big Hulk fan, you're gonna love this. Next book, which is The Infected Scarab #1, written by Dennis Hopeless, art by Freddie E. Williams II. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. When Jaime Reyes is in trouble, a powerful scarab transforms him into a superhero. Jaime never asked to be the Blue Beetle, but he's been doing his best to live up to the power within. Now, the most sinister evil this or any world has ever seen has his sights set, turning Jaime towards the darkness, and the Batman Who Laughs always gets what he wants. Spinning out of the events of Batman/Superman and Year of the Villain comes the tale of a hero fighting the evil inside, whose friends and family are about to pay the price. Now, so if you like what's going on Batman/Superman, Year of the Villain, you want to read this tie-in issue, because this is the second infected storyline. Who was... Oh, King Shazam. Yes, so you want to read this because they're kind of connecting to Batman/Superman, also what's going on in Justice League. But you really don't have to read this if you don't want to. But if you like Blue Beetle, I love Blue Beetle. I read his Rebirth run. Here's the funny thing about Blue Beetle. I was so into Blue Beetle. I remember the Smallville episode he was in, and he was supposed to have a Cartoon Network live action series. That's when I know Blue Beetle, because I remember the whole trailer, and that trailer was like, okay, I can't wait for the show. Show never happened. I was so disappointed. I like Blue Beetle. Jaime Reyes, he's one of the few Latino heroes in DC. Actually, yeah, the few Latino heroes we see in comic form. I know there's Miles Morales, there's Jaime Reyes, Blue Beetle, Vibe, Cisco Ramon. There's also Sunspot, if I believe. I don't know. It's kind of hard to list because I remember like the main people, but we're gonna move on. I'm tangenting a little bit, but we're gonna move on to the next book. Justice League #36, written by Scott Snyder, art by and also written by James Tynion IV, art by Francis Manifold. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. How powerful is too powerful? Lex Luthor has assembled everything he needs to complete his plan for turning the world towards doom, including reviving the ancient goddess of Perpetua, restoring her powers. But can he keep Perpetua from dragging the DC universe into abyss alongside the rest of the multiverse? This is the question that hero and villain alike must ask, as the epic battle between the Justice League and the Legion of Doom across space and time comes crashing together. Everything that happens here sets the stage for the senses-shattering finale of the Justice Doom War, and the fate of all existence hangs in the balance. So this is part 6 of the storyline. If you're not reading this, based on what issues 1 through 29 has been building up, it's starting. Justice League and Legion of Doom are fighting, and you know what? If Justice League doesn't win, basically the whole DC universe is screwed. That's putting it plainly. It's very good. I do enjoy it, so I will give you a heads up. It's big, wordy. It's a lot of it's wordy. Knowing when DC write, it's gonna be wordy. I know that much, but I am excited for this. How this is gonna end, because it's ending at issue 39, so it's gonna end in 3 issues. And they have to start wrapping stuff up now because they have to have a nice finale. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the next book. King Thor #3, written by Jason Aaron and art by Esad Ribic. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. The return of the God Butcher. All-Father Thor believed the fight within with his brother Loki, and now empowered by the Necrosword and more better than ever, with the bloodiest fight of his long life. But he's about to be proven wrong. Gore the God Butcher has bidded bided his time for millennia. Now it's the end of all things and the end of the last gods. This is part 3 of a storyline. So next month, King Thor is ending. Basically, this is what Jason Aaron has been building up to. This is his finale for Thor. Like, he's saying goodbye to Thor. I think he's still gonna be Red Avengers so far that I know of. But if he's not, you know what, Jason Aaron, I jumped down a little bit late to your Thor run, but so far that I've read, good on you, man. Plus, who doesn't like Viking Thor with the white beard, the eye patch, and the hammer? That's a pretty cool. But yeah, with King Thor is just set in the future. He's found Gore the God Butcher, his final boss. Basically, he's fought Loki in the first issue, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Can't wait. Good jumping off point? No. Next up, Loki number 5, written by Daniel Kibblesmith and art by Oscar Bazaldua. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. It's Wolverine versus Loki back in the Old West. Loki doesn't exactly belong in these parts or in this time period, but that's never stopped the god of mischief before. And with Wolverine on his side, there's no man or god with the power to stop him. Now, he's just got to get Wolverine on his side. See their first ever team up in this two-fisted tale of gods and gunslingers when Loki meets the man from up north. So it looks like it's just a single issue. I really don't like pausing. I don't like pausing, so let me look this up on this. But there's no next book, and I'm a bit worried that this is ending. Oh Jesus. That's not what I want to look at, but okay. Sorry. Oh, so I'm guessing it's ending. So this is the final issue for Loki. It looks like it, because there's no more books, so I'm guessing that's it. It only lasted 5 issues. We'll see. Is this a good jump on point? I think it's just a one-off story, so you might not want to pick it up, but if you do like what they've been writing for Loki, pick it up. It's a final issue, and I'll make a nice single trade. Moving on. Marvel's Spider-Man Velocity number 4, written by Dennis Hopeless, art by Emilio Laizo. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. It's a race against time in the first all-new Marvel Gameverse story. Spider-Man's new high-speed velocity suit is jammed at full speed. He's moving so fast that life seems to stand still around him. But can Peter use this time to find a solution for his own plight? And then, and the mysterious villain terrorizing New York? Or will the madness of time standing still crush him? So there's one more issue before this 5-issue miniseries ends. So if you like the game, this is set after the first. It's set after the game. So if you like the game, you could read this before the second game comes out. But yeah. It does throw a good, nice idea. I do like it. I didn't like it at first. I'm like, this guy wrote, he Marvel Spider-Man City of War. He basically rewrote he wrote the game in a comic. Got me pissed. Got me a little bit pissed because Marvel took my money, and I let them take my money. Moving on, we're going to move on to the next book, which is Nightwing number 66, written by Dan Jurgens, art by Ronan Cliquette. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. William Cobb has taken the Nightwings down one by one, leaving Rick on his own in a Bloodhaven that is literally aflame. Cobb offers Rick a chance to save his city by at last fulfilling his legacy as the Great Grey Sun, and become the new talent and leading the Court of Owls into a new age. So yes, after the events of last issue, yes, Rick Grayson is becoming a Talon. But it's weird how they. It's not weird, but it's a cool way that they did it. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but I do recommend you read it. It's a new storyline. So, and also we might get Dick Grayson pretty soon. We're gonna get Dick Grayson soon, hopefully soon, because I kind of miss him. I'm really tired of this. I'm getting really tired of this Rick Grayson arc. It's lasted a bit too long in my opinion. But next book, I'm really excited for this one. Question: the deaths of Vic Sage. The writer is Jeff Lemire. Art by Bill Zikansky. Zienkiewicz. I can't pronounce the last name. The price is $6.99, and it is a black label book. Black label book. And this is the description of the book. For years, Vic Sage has worn the faceless mask of the Question to clean up the streets of Hub City by the sheer force of will. He knows right from wrong. He knows black from white. But what happens when he is drawn into a conspiracy that reaches from the heights of Hub City power to the depths of its underground tunnels? What happens when things stop being black and white and start getting a little gray? What happens when a secret chamber deep beneath the city, Vic Sage meets his own end and his new beginning? Eisner winner Jeff Lemire joins forces with the legendary art team Denny Cohen and Bill Quiz to resurrect Vic Sage and only to destroy him all over again and again. So, question. I like the question. So, this will be my first question book. Yeah, this will be my first question book. So, I'm really excited for this. Like his own run, basically. I've read question in other stories, but this will be my first time in the comics. I like the question, so I'm really excited because the way they wrote him in Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, I like him. Conspiracy guy, I like it. So he's kind of the realist and everything. He's like, I know where this connects to this. This can connect to this. But yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to read it. Pick it up. I recommend it. So yes. 3 more books. We're done, and then I get to go to bed because I'm really tired. Little tangent. I get the new Pokemon game. I got Sword. I'm really excited. I really want to play it right now, but I need to go to bed for work. So we're gonna move on to the next book. A little bit of tangent right there. Spider-Verse #2, written by Ryan North and art by Pere Perez. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. The entire Spider-Verse is in trouble, including a world where Aunt May got the spider powers, like you saw in Spider-Geddon, which was pretty good. But don't think that this is just a cute and charming story, as it introduced some of the scariest villains in the Marvel history. All this and several lucky Spider fans bring their Spider Sonas to the Marvel Multiverse X. That's the end of the description. Spider-Verse. It's what is it? 6-part issue, 6-part miniseries. So it's okay. I read the first issue. It's okay. It's okay. I was expecting a little bit more, like Spider-Verse the movie or like Spider-Geddon. Like the first Spider-Verse. It's okay. I'll still read it because I like Spider-Man. Also, it's Miles Morales led event. So, yeah, I recommend it. I pick it up. I dig it. Okay. Teen Titans #36, written by Adam Glass, art by Bernard Chang. The price is $30.99, and this is the description of the book. Like father, like daughter, Apex Lex has given Lobo the power to control Crush, and together they're going to take down the Teen Titans. Try as she might, Crush struggles to resist Lobo's influence, but to her horror, she starts to enjoy the madness. And finally, after all this time, it's time to meet the other. So, I guess it's a new storyline. To be honest, I'm really not enjoying the Teen Titans run anymore. I don't like it as much. It was fun in the beginning, but now it's getting to like it's I'm not enjoying it. I'll pick it up till it's done. That's how I am. I'll pick up a run until it's done. Like when it gets canceled or it finishes, when new writer picks up, I'm done. But I'll still pick it up. I'll maybe this issue will change up for me. But basically, yeah, Crush left. Lobo's controlling her after the events of last issue. We find out who was controlling the ring, who took the ring from what's her name, the genie girl. But yeah, let's see. Let me see. I forgot character. Huh? They don't have her. Wow. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. That's all I'm gonna say for this book. We're gonna move on. Gonna move on to the next book. We're gonna move on to the final book. Tony Stark Iron Man number 18, written by Dan Slott, art by Jim Zub, and also Valerio. No, written by Dan Slott and Jim Zub, art by Valerio Shaiti. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. The Ultron agenda continues. Chapter 3: Inner Conflict. While Rhodey and friends fight the robot war topside, a literal war rages on inside Tony Stark. It's the Wasp and the remote piloted nano Iron Man versus shrunken Ultron Pym inside Tony's physical body. This is part 3 of Restoring. It's 4 parts, so you really don't need to pick this up, because the next issue is the finale. The issue 19 is the finale of this Iron Man run, or Tony Stark Iron Man. Because we don't know what's gonna happen to Tony. Hinting at stuff that he might die at this, or he might not. We don't know, but we'll see. Is this a good jumping off point? No. If you're not reading the last 3 issues, no. But if you do want to pick it up, you need to pick up issue 18, 17, and 16 to know what's going on. That's the end of the podcast. But yeah, guys, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy. Have a good night. But before that, please follow me on Instagram and Twitter for when I upload the podcast. Also, if you want to ever ask me about comic book questions, let me know in the comments, or let me know in Twitter or in Instagram. You can always message me there. I'll get it when you do send me a message. I'll try to respond back. But yeah, and Doctor Strange is his second appearance. So have a good night, everybody. Peace.